It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course a new face in the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson. Wilson going to come out throwing. Complete to open things up. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a carry for the forward, first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 66 yards. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Carter. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Russ able to connect with Cortland Sutton there. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. DeAndre Carter. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This is Melvin Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So we have come to halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Caught by Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was just...
Touchdown, Chargers! Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far and 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This will be taken at the 10. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you can tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. Shoves him aside. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hopkins with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaching.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an